take me yet.
I'm ready. Whatever it takes.
Take your...
On I go.
Let's get going.
Descend!
Time to press ahead.
Liberate!
A whole fleet of nautiloids. How many true souls have passed through this place? Let's see what this does.
Descend!
I
Assemble!
wonder what the next move is.
No one back home will ever believe this. Here we go. The platform's already here. Is anyone else's tadpole squirming around a little more than usual?
It's almost like it's excited by something. Drawn to it.
Don't waste a step.
No longer a background murmur. The presence in your mind builds to a roar.
We found it. The Absolute is behind this door.
You said it was under control.
It isn't you I answer to, Gortash.
Motherfucker! Gortash!
Oh, the general voice. Is this where we salute?
Salute, yes, with cleavers through his blood-starved flesh. How it crawls with failure, like flies on lick-wet carrion.
You forget yourself, Orin. I've played my part.
You've built an army for our masters, true enough, but what of the astral prison? A rogue true soul flaunting it under your nose all this time, and you ran from him.
Sure that they would follow and deliver it into my hands here. If you would cease these distractions.
The distractions have been yours, Ketherick. Perhaps we never should have dug your daughter up. So you haven't lost your edge, but you're still not as sharp as Orin, I wager. The Slayer against the Undying One. That'd be fun to see.
His crypt breath sings to my sinews again, 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 again. But he must lead the murder march to Baldur's grave.
If the weapon is truly in your grasp, Ketherick, might I suggest closing your fist? Orin and I can wait for you no longer. The plan proceeds. We're going to the city, and we expect you to follow. Army and the weapon in tow.
The Edict of Bane.
The lash of Thor!
An elder brain. One of the cruelest and most powerful creatures in existence. Enslaved by mere mortals.
There we are. It wouldn't do to fight in front of our guest. Behold, Duke Ravengard, the Absolute.
Who'll preserve us?
You wag your word flap in vain, olderling. Once the worm holds the whip, your shredded flesh will serve us.
Now, it's really time we were going. We will empty this place and begin the march. You may catch up with the army once you've retrieved the weapon. And Ketherick, do try not to sulk. You're supposed to be the fearsome general come to conquer the city. And I am the hero who will save it.
It is time, faithful ones. March on Baldur's Gate. We go to prepare the way.
These boots have seen everything.
I was trying to concentrate. Not a sound. Neither seen nor heard.
Let's not get caught off guard. At the ready.
There you are, as predicted. What is it, I wonder, that draws one toward death like a moth to light? You could have run away, absconded with the prism. The one thing that could prevent me from fulfilling my destiny. But the lure of one's destiny is irresistible, isn't it? Perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. A bright flash of clarity before the snuffing out. The very fact of your being attests to its power. What good is an army of thralls? Let us speak. My Lord Merkel gave me the one thing I deserve, my daughter's life. For that, he asked that I serve as his chosen. Join Orin and Gortash to grow the cult of the Absolute, and then take control of it. He's never had a more devoted follower. I have fought great wars before, in the service of other gods and other powers. But for Merkel, I would condemn all of Faerun to death. You are all that stands between me and my destiny. And you have brought the prism here. I will kill you now. And then I will raise you as my servant. With pleasure.
Can't get at him as long as the Night Song's caged.
as predicted. You could have run, but perhaps you hope to learn your place in history before you are erased from it. Finer champions than you have tried and failed. But perhaps they lacked the fear that drives you. You're free. Let us speak plainly. My Lord Merkel gave me the one thing I desired, the one thing no other god could grant me. My daughter's life returned. I will kill you now. And then with
Ready or not?
Hop, hop. Heading out.
Focus your attack, soldiers!
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Onward.
What a fool you are. You cannot kill me. I am eternal. Merkel, Lord of Bones, I am here. I am ready. I am yours.
to match your soul, Oathbreaker.
Impossible. Death cannot take me. I am its master. My lord, hear me. Nothing. I am forsaken. You have no idea what you've done. Isabel.
The villain is the rats! Together, we have crushed him, brain and body! Now, we pick our way toward our fates, unleashed. You have my sword, my fealty. Do what you must. Then we fly this foul place.
Apostle of Merkel. Hadn't expected that. Oh, Gortash.
Catherine's Neverstone. Come, take it.
We've got a long road ahead. Let's have a look.
We fly at your word.
In death, the body is cooling, but energy radiates from the stone.
Remarkable. Truly. Now the picture comes together. The Absolute is neither god nor man. It is the Elder Brain you saw, held here by those three against its will. The crown it wears controls it, and these stones control the crown. It has been dominated. To master an Elder Brain, to subdue it, our enemies are formidable. Perhaps not a cure, but you've found the source of your infection. The crown atop the Elder Brain. Its markings suggest it was forged in Netheril, an ancient empire. The crown's Netherese magic must be the true source of the parasite's abilities. And it must be the reason, though, if the crown can do this to the parasites, I dare not imagine what it is doing to the brain. A temporary reprieve, but a welcome one. With the brain on its way to the city, one of them I know. Lord Enver Gortash, an arms dealer and a slaver. A worshipper of Bane, the god of tyranny. The other is a mystery to me, but the way she spoke... Ketheric was a follower of Merkel, which means the Absolute is a front for the gods of death, and our enemies are the chosen of the Dead Three. Bane, Baal, and Merkel. The tyrant, the assassin, and the necromancer. They are known to pick from their most devout followers a chosen. Each one alone would be a formidable enemy. But working together, I dare not imagine what they might achieve. We prepare for the fight of our lives. The army of the Absolute. Within the city, an Elder Brain brimming with power. An order the Death God's chosen. We must wrest control of the brain. Our chances of success... I will... And when the chance to strike comes, you...
No time to rest.
You saw Gortash, didn't you? What the fuck was he doing down there? Is all of this because of him? The tadpole, the Absolute. How? I'd never have protected a Baneite even a decade ago. I looked after that fucker with my life. I trusted him. He gave me away to Zariel without a second thought. And now he's looking to ruin the entire Sword Coast! He has to die! I'm gonna be the one who kills him! He can't get away with what he's done. To me. To us. He won't get away with it.
Time to take a load off, isn't it?
A curse lifted. The dead three. Allah. There are depths to this alliance. Do Illithids possess souls? No. Nor canst thou count mine. Yet, the three amass an a flock without souls, yet until such time, where matters of balance are concerned, I know. Yes, Bane, Lord. Once judged, the Alliance is reforged, mortal. The plains thus quake, and the god...
Long, dark below.
Wants you dead.
With Jahira to lead us, and you...
I had to look after him.
Aelin! Isabel! My love! You were dead. I saw your body. I'm here. And so are you. And my father, he can't hurt us any longer. I dreamt every night that you'd come back to me. That somehow it was all a nightmare Dawn would undo. I had no dreams at all. Nothing but darkness. And when I woke, my father said you were dead. His soul was poisoned by the god of death. His sick devotion ruined him. But for all his sins, he brought you back to me. Are you all right? I will be. And you? In this moment, I want for nothing. Ah, there you are. This is Aelin. Aelin, this is... Oh, but we have met. This is the soldier that freed me most valiantly from the Shadowfell. They watched my boot crush the very brain of villainy, and fought well against your changed father. May he rest in peace at last, now that he's dead. I have more to thank you for than I knew. And we have much to discuss. Perhaps we could join you in your camp later? We look forward to it.
You there, Sharon. By the fires of your camp's hearth, we will discuss all we must.
I'll be ready. Whatever you have to say had better be worth your life.
Now, you will leave us. We must take succor in one another's bodies and words.
Aelin! We'll see you later.
What was it like in there? In the curse? More horrible than you can imagine. Try me.
I swear, I can already feel a change in the air. I can't say for certain, but We'll see it come to pass long before this place recedes behind us. Don't worry. All is at hand. Seems your ranks are quite packed.
You'd make a fine.
You did it. Catherick Thorm is no more. Not as nature moves at its own pace. And
I'm glad that's still the case.
just tell me what you need.
Wits and blades, always sharp.
Ladylike.
Thanks for watching out for me. Could have tossed me back in the shadows.
Feels like forever.
We leave the heart of the Absolute alive. You did well to defeat Kether. There are many more battles ahead, and they will not be so easily won. You will need allies. Halsin's strength, but if we are to succeed, we will need others. Even if the buildings are demolished, Baldur's Gate may not seek on its streets those whose purpose align. Together, we...
The road to Baldur's Gate is west of the town. If we hurry, we'll arrive before the Absolute's forces.
You're here. Good. That's good. Me? Oh, I'm fine. I've been trying to cheer them up. We're writing a song together. But maybe I need another bard. Maybe I'll find one in the city.
Alfira's right.
The General will call that a tactic. That thing he summoned was illicit. Follow it below and find him. Before he... I certainly do. You have numbers enough already, I think. Good hand. The General... That thing he summoned was illicit. Follow it below? I certainly do. You... Good...
I was always more of a lurker in history. Darling, I'm hurt. Well...
The That thing he summoned was illicit. I certainly do. Lead and I...
Such authority.
All's well that ends... not as bad as it could have. Maybe it'll bring us closer.
Gods be damned. With that parasite in his brain, Father could wreak untold havoc in the Absolute's name. Should Baldur's Gate fall to the Absolute, every one of the coast cities will be ripe for the plucking. We're not just fighting for our cure. We're fighting for my father. We're fighting for the Gate. We're fighting for all of Faerun. Worm's Rock Fortress. All travelers to Baldur's... It serves as headquarters for the Absolute's armies on the march. Gods forbid a tadpole Grand Duke Orin, I'd never heard tell of. But Gortash I know. Or know of more. A bit player with dreams of a leading role, the way Father told it. He had no use for Gortash. I don't remember much beyond that. But where these Chosen are concerned, I have a suspicion... As would I. I was 17. Father, older Raven Guard, had just been named a Grand Duke and was called... That's when the cult of the dragon made its move. A religion devoted to conjuring the most evil of goddesses, the dragon Tiamat. A 10-day after Father left, I heard a whisper as I slept. Duskhawk Hill, the Queen of Chaos awakens. Go alone. I grabbed a rapier and set out. There wasn't a cloud in the sky, yet not a single star was shining. There they were, gathered at the foot of the hill.
Your head tingles. Will wants to show you what happened. In the looming shadow of the mount, 5 groups of 5 figures each encircle a lofty totem. Atop each totem, a dragon's head is carved, and a massive orb held in its mouth. The cultists chant, first softly, then crying to the starless sky. There is a crack of thunder, a gust of wind, and a dragon's white head appears in the storm. As the maelstrom howls, Missoura's lips press to your ear. She will destroy Baldur's Gate. Grant me your soul and I will give you the power to save it, she whispers.
She read the terms while 2 devils stood witness, and I said yes. 1 soul for 1 city. She didn't. She came on order of her mistress, Zariel. Tiamat made a play for power. Zariel had other plans. That was the most Missoura's ever said. All that mattered was that she got her prize. Another pet added to her warlock menagerie. I don't know that it was brave. I just know that it was right. The moment I agreed, I burned with the fires of Avernus and oozed the rot of Dis. The cultists choked on our poisons and burned from our flames. And when we were done, all that remained were 5 grayed orbs atop a pile of ash. My soul was bound, my lips were sealed. It is the one scar I ever bore of it. Mizora replaced it with a sending stone. She uses it to track my location and speak from a distance. I could flee to the spine of the world, or the depths of the lower dark, and still never shake her. He returned to an unsuspecting city and a wayward son with a smirking devil at his side. I tried to tell him the truth, but my mouth couldn't form the words. I'd led him to the battlefield, but Mizora had swept it clean. I showed him my stone eye, but he only turned away. After, he said only one word: go. So I did. I understand. No, never. He did the only thing he could. In his eyes, I invited a devil into our midst. I was a fool at best, a traitor at worst. And Grand Duke Ravengard suffers neither. More than you know. The better question is, did he ever miss me? If he did, he missed the Will Ravengard he once knew, not the hell-touched warlock he returned to.
The curse is broken and the shadows are lifting. In time, these lands will heal.
My good fellow. Quite the cozy setup you have here. I'll just make myself comfortable. Thank you. It's not... You only have a matter of days.
These boots have seen everything.
Wish we could stay and see what this place will be like without the shadows. I bet it's beautiful. No rest for the wicked, huh?
He got his claws into me early. I was a wild kid, brawling my way through the city. One of my mates got wind of a bit of work guarding some indoorsy type with lots of enemies. Seemed like easy money, so I went in for it. He took one look at me and said I was perfect. I like that. Not like that, you know. Just... it felt like a good fit. I kept him safe, and he paid me well. Well enough to move my folks into a better neighborhood and put something away for the future. My future. I respected him, trusted him. And he returned that trust, that respect. His life was in my hands, and I took that seriously. The whole thing with Zauriel happened so fast. I had no idea what had gone down until it was over. One minute I was in Baldur's Gate, a happy, healthy, not quite kid. The next, I was burning up in Avernus with an engine for a heart. Zariel laughed. Said she paid him well for my services. She'd wanted to test her new machine, and he said I'd be able to handle it. He was right. Sometimes I wish he weren't. Evil, evil bastard.
I would not linger in this land over long. But, whatever your business, I will aid you if I can.
I think we've done rather a good thing here. A welcome change to give this land a sliver of hope amongst so much despair. Ah, yes. Karsus. Karsus was perhaps the most powerful wizard that ever lived. The child who would be a god, the elves called him. And he tried. With a spell of his own devising, he endeavored to usurp in one fell swoop the power of the goddess of magic. Mistril, she was called then. Imagine what it must have felt like to be a god, to know yourself, to be untouchable, to be mistaken. As Karsus aimed his spell at her, she began to unravel, and with her, the entire weave. Too late did he realize what he had unleashed. It would have been the end of everything had not Mistril sacrificed herself. The goddess of magic is all magic. By dying, the entire weave was lost, and the spell that challenged a god failed. It was the end of Mistril, the end of Karsus, and the end of an entire civilization. As the child who would be a god was turned to stone, his empire came crashing down around him. The floating cities of Netheril were no more. An event that came to be known as Karsus's folly. Loving them has its side effects as well. Now, so many centuries later, I try to follow in the footsteps of Karsus. Not to destroy Mistra, but to prove my love for her. I tried to control only a fraction of the magic that was unleashed that fateful day. I merely sought to return one tiny diamond to an imperfect crown. Gale's folly, one might call it. History, repetition. It's the way things go.
What do you need now?
I can't believe it. I can't believe Aelin is here. And my father. I heard what happened. What he'd become. By killing him. You set him free. You set Aelin free. And me. A great deal. But still, some of the details elude me. Ketheric Thorm was my father. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. Tell me, do you believe in love at first sight? That's exactly it. And I tell you, I took one look at her and I just knew. She was it. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... And this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped. I didn't know that then, but I could see the change in him. He told me we'd be together now. Said that Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors plaguing this land. My home. I couldn't tell her who I was. I had to protect them. And myself. No matter what. It's all out in the open now. And with my father dead, I have nothing to fear. Except, I'm grateful for your help. Your friendship.
There you are. I have awaited your arrival with great anticipation. Come closer. Feel my voice rattle your bones as I proclaim our victory. Moon Maiden Selûne, hear me. Ketheric Thorm, traitor, apostle of Merkel, is dead at last. My mate, Most High. Darling Isabel is safe and well. Safe and well, and return to my embrace. Blessings upon the slayer of the Wicked One. We are a powerful party indeed. Faerun itself trembles at our touch. My darling Isabel says we will stay allied at your side. I am pleased to hear it. Pray, ask, and I will tell. Do I not radiate with my mother's brightness, her glory? There can be no doubt. I am of her silvered flesh, her celestial womb. Why, she already has. She has brought her sword to your side, Dame Aelin. So mighty are her wonders, her great wisdom. Together, we will set this fair land free of tyranny and murder. Ketheric Thorm, father of my one and only love, enslaver of Dame Aelin. Ketheric Thorm never did trust me, even when he worshipped the Moon Maiden. He was threatened by my love for Isabel, by her love for me. When she died, curse the day, the hour, we each of us mourned bitterly. But Ketheric's pain could be touched by no aid, no boundary. He turned to wretched Shah, the Lady of Loss, for relief. And she whispered into his ear, poisoning his mind. He and his loathsome advisor, Balthazar, lured me into the Shadowfell, claimed they'd found someone in need of my aid. There, they trapped me in their infernal cage. I was killed, murdered, made dead over and over and over by justiciars of every make and kind. I was reborn, for it is my nature. And Ketheric fed upon my immortality all the while. But lo, the brute is dead, and we live! Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore. In due time, Mother Selûne will tell...
The shadows are losing their grip on these lands. Shah can indeed be thwarted. Comforting to know. You wanted something? I'm sorry. It might... You wanted something? For the best, perhaps?
Greeting. It is done. Oh, enough waiting. I crave blood.
Is that blood? No, never mind. Shadowheart? I think she'll want a word. Where's Shadowheart? I think she'll want a word.
You wanted something? I'm sorry. You'll need to make some room for me.
Greeting. Chook. You believe you can, as you say.
You wanted something? Of course.
If not over, then through.
What do you know about me? You spoke of my past. Being chased by wolves. I told no one about that. Almost no one. But I certainly didn't share that with you.
There is nothing I can tell you that you do not already know yourself. They trained you well, trained you hard. Chiseled away any part of you that did not fit their plan. They made you forget.
I chose to do that. For the mission to protect Shaz.
Secrets. Yes, yes, that is an old song, girl. Your goddess cares more for her precious secrets than she does her devotees.
Get to the point.
When you freed me, you severed a bond between me and that dog, Thorm. A bond of pain. His, inflicted on me. When I laid eyes on you, I sensed a similar bond. You, tethered to two others. Someplace distant. Let me help you remember.
You feel Shadowheart's mind tug at the edges of your own. You know this sensation. She wants you to. Your mind joins with Shadowheart's. Something pulls at you both, bringing you elsewhere. You'll remember that it is a common rite among Seluna's followers to send their children off into the woods to find their way home. Perhaps this time it had gone awry. It seems that one child never came back. She was taken.
What? Who was that man?
You already know. Did you not see yourself in him? Do you not recognize your own blood?
My father. That was him.
That is him. He lives still. And your mother, too.
No. It can't be. I'm an orphan.
And who told you that? Your adoptive family? You are not to blame. You were young, impressionable. They took you because they wanted to break and remake you. But you are a child no longer. You are a woman. One who knows what must be done.
My parents. I need to save them.
Your parents are with your abductors. You will need to return to their lair. But be warned. You may have once thought of them as comrades, mentors, friends, even lovers. They will all be enemies now. You have been forewarned for what is to come, but not yet forearmed. I was able to retrieve it before it sank too far into Shah's umbral domain. Shah is quick to discard whatever she has no use for. I think you know that well enough. But I felt it call to me as I took flight. Whatever Shah calls her own, Selûne has equal claim to. They are one and the same. Their power is matched and mirrored. Take it. You will find it useful. What you do with it, that will be up to you. Same as before.
I'll need every advantage, it seems. Thank you.
A debt repaid. You returned my life unto me. Now go and claim your own.
It hurts.
Shah torments you still. What a spiteful creature she is. This will not stop until you take action. See that your parents' sacrifices are not in vain. Allow the Moon Maiden to guide you at last.
There's no time to waste.
Always nice to be wanted.
Attention!
No one's stopped me yet. Wonder if the gods are watching me. Better not be cursed. need a moment for the two of us.
I've been lied to. My parents are alive, and I have to save them. I think a part of me always knew that. A part that Shah denied to me, indeed. But we'd better press on for now. But before that, there's one thing I need to see to. You'll see for yourself soon enough. Just leave it with me. Fine. What's on your mind? Does it even need to be asked? We're beyond me merely liking you. If you're sure. Fine.
Shadow. It is done.
Go. Hell yes.
It's like an army marched through here.
The curse has been lifted. The land's cleansed of the shadows. Kethric's reign of living death is over. Your courage has been tested, and in this at least, you have triumphed.
Sergeant, if you are here, I presume Wern's Rock is secure, and preparations for my inauguration are complete.
No, Lord Gortash. We were interrupted. Another quake in the lower city. More severe this time.
So you came cowering to my chambers? I'm flattered, Sergeant. But even I cannot command natural phenomena to cease.
Forgive me, my lord, but there is panic in the streets. The people are afraid.
Perhaps the people would be calm if you kept your nerve. I expect better from the Flaming Fist than to run scared from a slight tremor in the earth. Get back to your duties.
Duties, duties, duties. Patrolling and saluting and following and bowing and scraping.
Yes, sir.
No, sir. Rip and cut your throat, sir. Your plan is falling apart, lordling. Give me a reason not to cut you to ribbons.
Control yourself, Orin. We need to focus on reuniting the stones or the brain will break free. These quakes are just the start. Neither of us expected the Prism Bearers to kill Ketheric. They'll be traveling to the city. Let's make sure we give them a Baldurian welcome.
I itch to peel you, to split your skin, to see your skull shine in the light. Little tyrant.
Lucky for you, I harvested a whole family of living flesh in Rivington at high sun. They will sate my blade thirst tonight. Oh, but tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, and tomorrow, my blades will thirst again.
Beyond the campsite, the city waits in uneasy silence, one sleep away.
How much farther can I go? Here goes nothing.
Begone, friend. I have a darling to adore. Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the chosen of Bane and Bar. I am free from my bonds. You must face them. I will help.
Looking forward to a bit of...
I have a lot on my mind.
Taken from the light, the truth is finally dawning. Shadowheart.
I was supposed to sacrifice myself to stop the Absolute. Yeah, I don't think I could have gone through with it, in truth. And I'm glad that I didn't, given what has come to light. Indeed. Under other circumstances, I might have been the Elder Brain. But more Netherese magic. Most Netherese artifacts contain only the faintest amount of their former power. But I can't fathom how such a wonder survived. Surely everything of its ilk was destroyed. That crown sits on a gargantuan Elder Brain bent on destroying us and everything. We need to learn more about what we saw. An artifact, as luck would have it, we'll soon find ourselves near one of the finest book collections this side of Candlekeep. Sorcerous Sundries. I need to go there and learn all I can. In their collection of rare tomes is You'll have to forgive my eagerness, but if my suspicion...
The events of the last days weigh heavily upon you. Sleep's rest is slow to come to one whose mind is so full. The Absolute is not a god, but an elder brain controlled by the chosen of the Dead Three. They mean to use it to take control of the Sword Coast. All who carry the tadpole are governed by the brain, and by extension the chosen. This would have been your fate too, were it not for the... With his help, you have uncovered together. You have the power to thwart. Will you liberate them from their parasites and their religious delusions? Or will you use the power you gain for your own purposes? You will not have long, but sleep is...
Hear me. The city's the march. Join.
We're under attack. Help me.
Tadpole scum! Attack!
Fight your way to the portal. I need your help.
By your command.
Bye forever, pal. Aye, aye.
Time to strike.
Just so.
That thing's about to blow.
under attack.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Do what must be done.
Action, not reaction.
Come on, can't stay idle.
Ready for another round?
There we go again.
It's not over. Come to the skull. Hurry! I can't hold them back alone.
Can't slow down.
I need you, now! It's not over. Come to the skull.
Before you do anything, I am your ally. We are
Geek abomination!
the Githyanki is the source of our protection against the Absolute. I must subdue him, or everything we've worked towards is lost. Don't let my form deceive you. Help me.
need you. Now.
On my way.
It's not over. Come to the skull.
Don't help me. They'll destroy the guard. I will subdue them, Master.
Despite your best attempts to be subtle.
You must be joking. But if you insist on taking them together.
Got it.
Death greets us all, but not today.